Hello and welcome back to this new video. Today I'm flying this terrible frigate. Hello and welcome back to this new video. Today I'm flying the Executioner, a Hello and welcome back to the new video. Today I'm flying the Executioner, the Amarr tackle frigate. Yeah, I did not like it. I thought it was a good idea to have all my standard frigate videos with brawling fits, and the Brawling Executioner is a bad idea. It has 3 pulse lasers, web scram AB, damage control, heatsink, armor wrapper, damage rig, and 2 hull rigs, which put me at 147 DPS with multi-frequency, 190 with conflag, and with Scourge only 117 but 14 kilometers range. The tank is 3000 EHP, not a lot, and the speed is 1268, which is also not great. The DPS is good when you look at overheated DPS and all that stuff, but the tracking is so bad that lots of stuff can get pretty easily under your guns. The price is low, which is like one of the few advantages, but it's definitely not one of my personal favorites. It was still one of the ships I was missing, so I made a video about it, but it is definitely not something I suggest. A kite Executioner is super strong, it's like a baby slicer and it's really good, but as a brawler I really can't suggest it. Still, I got a few nice fights with it, so I say we jump in there. The name is also wannabe H-on because it is like an H-on, just worse in every regard, so yeah, wannabe H-on. And yeah, if you want a fast locking frigate with good tank, then fly a Condor, fly a Slasher, or fly an H-on, but yeah, definitely can't suggest the Executioner. Okay, but enough of the talking, let's get into the fights. Okay, in this first fight I was super lucky, because I worked to the station to repair some heat damage, when I saw that this tornado attacked someone on the station, and then warped off because gate guns hurt. And I saw where he warped to, and I followed him, and landed exactly on top of him. Then I started orbiting him, and shooting him, and because he's using large artillery, he can't really track me back. He probably didn't know that once you are tackled, scrammed and webbed outside of a player-owned station, you can't dock even when you are out of aggression time. You still cannot dock because the scram prevents you. So I was really lucky in this fight, but yeah, it's a great fight. I'm super happy about this kill because it's the first battle cruiser. Oh no, wait, that's not true. Well, it's the first tornado I solo killed anyway. With some help of the gate guns, but yeah, there he dies. And there's the kill me. It's a standard ganking tornado, but I'm still pretty proud. Okay, this next fight was also a very interesting fight. It is against 2 pretty new H-on pilots, and I hoped I could kill one and then maybe get off, or maybe even kill 2, but I knew it was really risky. I went in and they were both very close. I immediately clicked keep at range on the one that was closer, so I would get further away from him, and the other one, being further away from the start, would give me some time to do something. And you see 3 shots in, he's already in hull, and I hope that I can break him quick enough. But yeah, he's doing quite well. He repped a lot, and yeah, now first one's down. I'm immediately starting to shoot the second one, but this pilot was a bit better skilled than the first one, and I was already getting quite low on hull, because it just doesn't have a lot of buff for this ship, so I died. But yeah, there's the first kill mail, and then I died the second one. That's still a nice fight. This next fight is against the Visual Fleet issue, and I was really nervous sliding in because Visual Fleet issues are so strong, and they can kite really well. But I was confident that with Scourge loaded I could still do a lot of damage to him. And he was actually way closer than I expected. He was like only 8k away. I thought he would be like 20 away. Yeah, I start shooting him, But of course he's super quick. Way quicker than I am. Because, yeah, first of all it's a Minotaur ship, and second of all he has 2 webs. So I'm not gonna be able to control range. But I do have a lot of DPS. So I hope that I can melt through him. Especially because I do mainly EM and thermal damage, which are the weak resists in shields for shield ships. So I can melt through him pretty quick, and with 13% health left, I got him down, which was crazy. GF, mate. In this next fight, it is against a Merlin, which I know can be very rough as well, especially when they are dual web armor, because the dual web armor, Merlin just has everything more than I do. It has more DPS, more range. Well, not more range, but more DPS and more tank for sure, and definitely more range control. You see, I'm getting away from him first a bit, but and he's shield fit, so he is not dual web armor fit, which is good for me, because then I can control range and stay outside of his range. And I forgot this is actually a 2v1, so you see his friend is already on the scan, but I'm close to finishing off the first one already. It's going towards armor, and I'm still not taking any damage. Afterwards I talked to the pilot a bit. He's still pretty new, and he didn't reload to the other ammo because he didn't know the range difference was that big, so he was constantly shooting me with Void from the start. Now I have to switch all my modules on the second one and keep range on him, which works out quite well. And this pilot was his alt character, so again he doesn't reload the ammo, which makes this fight very easy for me. Had they both reloaded to null from the beginning, it would have been a lot closer. I'm not even sure if I could have survived against the first one, but like this I'm able to pull off the 2v1. See, second one is going towards armor. Again, the EM damage is good against shield ships, so this was a perfect matchup for me. It's going into armor, melting quickly. He's in hell. And boom, he's dead. There you go. Great 2v1. Bye bye Merlin, and bye bye Merlin. First kill mail and second kill mail. They both had null, but they didn't reload, so that was an easy win for me. And they also had NWDs fitted, so I had full range control on them. This next fight is against the Breacher, and I'm expecting him to be Scram Kite fit, so I just hope that I can Scram Kite him better. The Breacher has no range bonus, so its maximum missile range is 8,200 meters. So if I keep him at range at 9 kilometers, I should be able to avoid some damage from his missiles. And you see there, he's only doing damage with the drones from the start. And he's already going into armor, so I have the clear DPS advantage for now. But yeah, this ship doesn't have a lot of buffer. As I said before, it's only 3k. So against the dual rep Breacher, it's still gonna be super close. Now I'm just repping a bit. Not to over rep, but still. I don't wanna wait too long with the repping, because if I do, I'm immediately gonna die. And you see, still only his drones are doing damage to me. So if I had stayed in missile range, I would have melted super quickly. So like this, I can barely manage to pull it off, but oh yeah, it's definitely missing a lot of buffer. GF, mate. Next fight is against the Tristan, and I know if he's nude fit, I have a lot of trouble. So I hope that I can just approach and put all the damage on him, and hopefully break through him before he manages to nude me out. But as it turns out, he was actually kite fit. Kite shield fit, so again great for my damage type, and I'm melting rather quickly through his shield. But now you see his drones are hitting, and with the first drone volley I'm already in half armor. It is so much damage that the Tristan does, and I really don't have enough tank. But there you go, that's the kill mail. And you can watch me scoop the loot again. This next fight is against the Kestrel. And again, I hope that he's shield fit, but if he's armor fit, he can control range on me and put all his missile damage on me, so that's gonna be super dangerous. I keep at range 3500, because I know I can't outrange his missiles. He has a bonus to range, so I can just stay close and put all the damage I have on him. I was afraid he was gonna orbit me 500 to outtrack me, so I have multi-frequency loaded. I could have probably done enough damage, done enough tracking with conflag, but I stick with multi-frequency. And he is actually armor wrapping fit, so I know this is gonna be hell of a close fight. I'm still trying to keep my range, but now he starts orbiting me actually. So it was the good call that I had multi-frequency loaded. But you see, I'm still trying to slowly get through his armor while he already has me in hull. And I'm also starting to get problems with capacitor. But he is going into hull now, and his hull is melting rather quickly. So I barely manage. Come on. Now I start missing when he's in 1% hull. It's crazy. It's really an exciting fight. But yeah, finally, I get the last grazing shot in, and he dies. GF mate. Really, really close fight. Next fight is against the Hookbill, and it is against Krat Slovenia again. He wanted a rematch, and of course, because it's an interesting fight, I agreed. So yeah, I'm just sitting inside here, ready for him to come in, and there he is. This time I keep at range is 1500 meters, and I have conflag loaded to just put maximum damage on him. And there you see, he has a tracking disruptor, which is bad, like really bad, because that means he's armor fit, and he can outtrack me. So now I have to start manually piloting. And there you saw for a second, his tracking disruptor fell off me, which means that he switched from one script to the other one, and now he's using tracking disruption script instead of range disruption, which he was using earlier. Now I start double clicking in space like crazy to optimize my tracking, which is working quite well. See, I'm still getting smashing shots in, but the DPS race is going to be close. I'm barely hanging on there with my wrapper, but he is also still armor wrapping, and he has a lot of hull buffer, so I'm just hoping for the best. Now I have no answer charges left, and you see, seconds before he would have died, I die. But that was an amazing fight. GF mate. Really, really close. Amazing. Okay, another fight against the Merlin. And it starts at 30 kilometers, and I actually start flying away from him at the start, because I want to do some damage before he gets close. I hope that I can bait him into flying right into me, and then I can shoot him with long range ammo for a bit before I start getting closer. So I'm just flying around a bit, testing the water. But in a second I will just turn around and do all the damage on him. Now I'm manually lowering my speed, letting him catch up to me. And now in a second I'm going full speed again. The problem is, if I fly towards him and he flies towards me, he can get really close really quickly, which then would be very bad, because I don't want to be at like 2 kilometers with him having blaster damage up close. And now that I have him webbed and scrammed and my range control established, I can put my keep at range at 5 kilometers and hopefully get a bit closer. But you see, I am not faster, which caught me by surprise very much, because he is dual web armor wrapping fit, which is one of the more dangerous fits for me. And again I have to start manually piloting, and you see he's doing just so much damage, but I barely managed to get one last hit in before I die. That was again so close. Really, really close. And there you see that's the fit with Ansel and dual web, so he was quicker. And then finally a fight against a Rifter, and from checking his killboard I knew that he was kite fit, so I tackle him right before he can pull range, and then it's pretty much GG. I won. I'm just keeping at range 2500 and putting all the damage on him, but you see, even though he was a kiter and I caught him right from the start, he still did so much damage to me. You really have to try to avoid damage in this ship, because otherwise you're just dead. Like for example in this clip, where I'm fighting a Thrasher, and I hope that he's RT fit, because if he's RT fit I can avoid the damage by orbiting 500, but of course if he's autocannon fit I'm right inside of his optimal range, and then he would absolutely wreck me. I'm orbiting him 500 with the best tracking ammo, but that was actually a bit too close. I should have orbited at like 1000 meters to make sure I get the good hits in. But yeah, as expected, he's RT fit, but still this fight isn't won, because you see he has a newt, which is really dangerous, because this ship is so weak to newts. A newting Tristan, a newting Condor, a newting Slasher can all kill this ship so easily. So I can just hope that I kill him before his newt really takes an effect. And now you saw I was lagging terribly in this fight. My ship just jumped ahead in time. But yeah, I'm on half cap. 1/4 cap. This is the point where the cap regeneration is the strongest, but still, it's gonna be close. He's in hell, but he's still newting heavily. I'm not sure if he was heating the newt, but if not, that could have probably won him the fight. But like this, I barely win on a bit of cap, and there's the kill me. And yeah, I almost catch the pod, picture lock on the pod, but he managed to warp off. And that's the last fight I had in the Executioner. I had a few more fights, but they were not very interesting. Most engagements are either a clear win or a loss by a mile. I had a fight against an Atron that was just me melting in a few seconds. That's not super interesting to see. And I also had a fight against an Armor Rifter, which is also super strong, because it just has double my tank and pretty much double my DPS at close range. So definitely not the best ship, but yeah, I still got a few nice fights. I'm pretty proud about that Vigil Fleet issue. That was a nice fight. And of course the Tornado, but the Tornado was lucky. I could have killed him in any ship, to be honest, that I had there. I was just lucky to undock in the Executioner, so I could put that in the video. But yeah. This was also the last video of this type that I'm doing, because I'm through all the T1 combat frigates now. So I'm gonna do a few other projects now that I'm gonna do videos on. So don't worry, I'm not gonna stop videos, but I have a few plans, like for example a video where, well, a few videos, a video series actually, where I kill one ship with every frigate there is in the game, like every single frigate, and that's gonna be a fun project. I'm really looking forward to that. And I also have a few nice recordings I got in between that I'm gonna upload in a mix of PvP videos. So yeah. As always, have a good day, and hopefully see you in the next video. Bye bye.